Alright, here's the newest update on the 5-gallon Nano Vase tank. I have a couple supplements I'm using right now. Just started adding the Reef Plus. Haven't added the Refusion 1 and 2 yet. I did use it on my 93-gallon tank, so I know it does work. Just haven't used it quite yet here. Gonna be doing the Fusion twice a week and the Reef Plus every time I feed the tank. And then I also have some Reef Roids, which I'm doing with every feeding as well. I have sun coral that, if you've been watching my other videos, you know I have had trouble getting it to open. And they're not completely open, but they've opened up quite a bit since I've been feeding them this combination. And also, another trick I learned from a guy who sold me the coral. I put it in a cup of water from the tank, and then just put a bunch of frozen food in there with it, and just let it sit. And it opened up, sure enough. And now that it knows that it's in an environment where it gets some food, it opens up more, apparently. That's my interpretation of it. See the Duncan, he's doing okay. I'm waiting for another head to pop out there. I've been spot feeding it quite a bit. The rainbow Recordia, so I was told, but I don't believe it's a rainbow, in all honesty. I think it's probably orange and blue Recordia, just a more of a plain Jane Recordia. I don't think it's anything special, but it is cool looking. The Acan down here. That's alright, there we go. So, I'm trying to figure out what I can buy, what cleanup crew I can get for this algae in particular right here. If you guys have any hints, let me know. Because it does just kind of spread, and it's really not a dirty tank. I've been doing weekly water changes with it, and you'll notice compared to my other videos that the water is not bubbly. And the reason for this, cue the bubbles, I kid you not. The reason for this is I've added a canister filter and taken out the old school kind of freshwater bubbler thing that I had going on before. And the reason for that is all the bubbles made it just terrible. And of course now I got a bunch of bubbles. But it's good when it doesn't have the bubbles, obviously. But now I have more of a traditional kind of power head for such a small tank. Because the problem with the power heads is they're all too big for this tank. So you know, this is the best solution I could come up with. I didn't really want to. It's not really there for the filtration, but it is there for the water movement. That's really what I wanted. You can see here. I've got this other orange Recordia over here where it's like orange and green. It's I happened to just drop it and it landed perfectly in that cavity, which is cool because it's a good spot for it, I think. See if I can get it good. Yeah, you can kind of see its coloration there. If I move the filter, bring it around, you can see the feather duster there. I don't know if that's not really the greatest angle of him, and he's not completely open either, to be fair, but he seems to like that back area that I put him in, and I'm going to leave him there. It seems like when I move this filter it does that, so maybe I ought to not move it. There's an anemone crab. He's been doing work, cleaning like crazy. There's a emerald crab right there. He's been, haven't seen him as much, but I assume he's cleaning too. Not much to see on this side of the tank. But one thing to note is there is water movement. So hopefully it'll be enough. But it's hard to say. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. And that's the gist of it. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. Oh, one last thing. Not a great note, but that's my rock flower anemone, who pretty much just refuses to open. At some point it will, though. Some Rastazos.